The immediate window allows you to test particular functions. What I'd like to do here, for example, is go back to an earlier book we worked on, and that's the book called Chapter 10. So I'm going to close Chapter 3b, File Close, Save Yes, and I'll go and open, File Open, the file called Chapter 10. Now in the earlier Chapter 10 file we actually created a couple of functions, and I really want to look at the function that's concerned with commission. So I'm going to click on this sub-procedure here. Now the immediate window, you can press a key combination Control G, and that will bring up the immediate window, which you can see down here. You can also get rid of the immediate window just by hitting the X. Another way to bring up the immediate window is to hit this little button on the Debug toolbar that has the red exclamation mark, and it also mentions Control G here as well. So I'll bring up the immediate window, which is actually resizable, and I'll test this particular function called commission. The idea here is you type a question mark and then the name of the function. So the name of the function is commission. And in the brackets I'll put a number, say 15,000. When I press enter, it tells me the answer will be 4,500. If I think, oh, what if I applied the commission function to 1,000? I replace 15,000 with 1,000, and when I press enter, it says it'll give me the result 100. So the idea is, in the immediate window, you can put a question mark, the name of the function, in this case, commission, and in the brackets you can try out various variables. So if I was to try 10,000, of course I get 3,000, which is 30%. If I was to try 5,000, then I get 1,250, which is 25%. And if I was to try 1,000, I get 10%, which is 100. And if I was to try 0, I'll get a 0 result. So this is very handy. You can also clear the immediate window just by dragging over the information and pressing the delete key. Now, in conjunction with the immediate window, which used to be called the debug window in older versions of Excel, you can incorporate debug print statements in your code. And that will tell you not only the answer to the function, but where it got the answer from. For example, I might click up in my function and just press enter after point 3. And I'm going to add a debug print statement. And what I want to print is that this is case 1. So I know that this is where it got the answer from. Then I might take a copy of that, and after 0.25 I'll press enter and paste, and this result is case 2. If I then click after 0.1 and press enter, this is case 3, and after the 0 I'll press enter, and this is case 4. You can type anything really in the double quotes. I'm just saying that if it calculates a result and it's got its result from timesing it by 0.3, I want to see that it came from the first case statement. If it timeses it by 0.25, I want to see it came from the case 2 statement, and 0.1 the case 3 statement, and 0 the case 4 statement. Okay, so let's try this. If I go back to my immediate window and I type question mark and I put commission, and then open bracket, and I'll put in the sales of 10,000. When I press enter, it tells me that the answer is 3,000 and it got it from case 1. If I was to change that to 5,000, it says the answer is 1,250 and it got it from case 2. And if I was to change that to 1,000, it got the answer 100 by multiplying it by 0.1, and it came from case 3. And likewise, if I put a 0, the answer 0 came from case 4. So debug print statements are very handy as well. So I'll just clear out the immediate window, close the immediate window, also referred to as the debug window, and I might just remove the debug print statements. Otherwise, every time this code runs, it's going to populate my immediate window, whether I can see the immediate window or not. Done.